Hello and good evening, everyone. Welcome to 20 Sides to Every Story. We are back tonight playing once again Descent into Avernus, as we do on Wednesdays. Um, and we've got quite an interesting kind of setup to our adventure here this evening. We got a split party situation, so try to keep my mind oriented and on straight as we try to check in with all of the characters and seeing what they're up to. But before we get into our game, as always, like to encourage you to follow our channel. That way you can get notifications when we go live. And uh, we're always doing different games of. We've got several different types of campaigns going currently. We've got Paul on Sunday nights is every other week he's doing Ghosts of Saltmarsh, and he's been flipping off on the off weeks doing some different things with Call of Cthulhu and some other horror themed kinds of things. Mondays, every other Monday, we've got an Eberron campaign that Winston is running. Tuesday nights, we have a homebrew campaign that Zombie Joe is running. Wednesdays, you check in with us. We're playing Avernus, and pretty soon we got Casey running some regular stuff on Thursdays. Some more. What's the next one? Is Forge of Fury.
Yeah, we're doing Forge of Fury not this week, but the next 4 Thursdays after that. And then sometime when Avernus wraps up, that will carry lore forward to a Tyranny of Dragons campaign. So that's
Looking
that's a
forward to
that's a,
seeing that.
I want to see what happens here first. So that could take a little time into the future.
We got to make sure there's a world to set up
Yeah.
future campaigns for us. So, um, what I feel like there's the other thing I always like to mention before we get started is we do run a community campaign with all of the folks 20 Sides Every Story who support the channel. Pretty soon we're going to have two campaigns, I guess you could say, one a higher level campaign and a lower level campaign. But right now we just have the higher level campaign for the folks that support the Patreon. And in theory, I've got one on the books tomorrow night. We'll see if that runs. I think I've got one person signed up, maybe a couple on the wait list, so we'll see. But every month we run a number of our community campaign games, and right now we are moving into playing through some of the content of the Lost Laboratory of Qualish, which was, I think it was the 2017 Extra Life adventure. So we're going to be starting that up. Hopefully sometime next month. I'm hoping in August I'll have a copy of The Lost City in my hands, and we'll be starting a brand new community campaign for people who support the Patreon, and we're going to keep a couple slots open for our subscribers. So if you subscribe to the channel, make sure you jump into our Discord server so you can kind of stay on top of the news about what's going on with the community campaign, and that's where we will notify you about when signups are posted. So those are kind of the main things about our channel. If you want to, best thing to do probably is follow the channel and just come and hang out with us in Discord. And thank you for the cheer right off the bat. Thank you, Nuthouse.
Woo!
Sending some love. And Nuthouse is Cliff, so that's my dad. He's the one that's going to have the Lost City book. Let us know. Did you get it yet? Your son wants it. Hey, Eastwood dude. Thanks for stopping by. Okay, so why don't we get started? It's been a couple of weeks. So last time we left off with these folks, our adventurers have returned. Oh, before I get too deep into this, Pruno just redeemed Award Inspiration. Let us know who you'd like to award that point of inspiration to. Viva la Revolution! I could interpret that and suggest, is that Bryn?
That's a Brit.
That's a Bryn, right? Yes. Bryn, you have a point of inspiration. So yes.
Inspiration will not go to waste.
Yes, I think Bryn's off by herself, so she needs those advantage rolls, I think. So our adventurers have returned from Avernus back to where our story began in Baldur's Gate, and they are came here on somewhat of an errand for Tiamat, who has a significant amount of treasure that was stolen from her by agents of Zariel and taken to Baldur's Gate. As our heroes have come to understand, a powerful devil has taken up residence in Baldur's Gate, a devil named Gargoth, who was recently freed from his prison within a shield that the party knows nothing about, of course. Nothing. But he is free, and he has become something of a revolutionary figure in Baldur's Gate, and he's also come to acquire that wealth that Tiamat seeks, and so he stands as an obstacle to the party to being able to complete their task. They met, three of the adventuring party have met with Tiamat's ally, a wizard named Rathmodar, who believes that there may be a way to rebind Gargoth if only they had the shield, if only they were in possession of it, if only they knew where it was. But they do, or at least they thought they did. They had a lead. They had an idea of who might be in possession of that shield. And so three of our adventurers, Evangeline, Lorum, and Aplos, have come to Low Lantern, which is kind of an aging old merchant ship that is permanently docked in the docks of Baldur's Gate, serves and has been converted into a tavern. You have come here to meet with Nine Fingers Keen, the leader of the criminal organization known as the Guild here in Baldur's Gate. She is the one that you have had a strong belief might have the shield of the Hidden Lord. And you are currently here meeting with Nine Fingers Keen. The cabin in which you stand is filled with mismatched wooden furniture, including a bed with posts carved to resemble mermaids, a leftover from the days when this was a seafaring vessel. An oil lantern hangs from a rusty hook bolted to the ceiling. Nine Fingers Keen is a very plain, almost forgettable-looking individual of average build. She stands alert from her chair as the sounds of screams and steel ring from the upper decks, and an anxious rapping knocks at the wooden door to the cabin, alerting you all to the danger that lies just outside. And oh no, I just now realizing we lost Lauren. Why?
She was having Fantasy Grounds issues, so it might be an internet restart happening.
I see. Okay. This seems like I was getting these three set up, but this seems like maybe this is a good time to switch on over to Bryn. Handle it that way. So Bryn, meanwhile, as those three are realizing that there's some kind of ruckus happening on board, we'll check back in with them, but we'll go over to Bryn, who, where we left off last time, Bryn, you had just met with Gargoth. You had very boldly decided to go and try to take a meeting with Gargoth. And you did, and you traded some information about ways that he might be able to use the sewer lanes to access the upper city, where the elite, the patriarchs, and the Flaming Fist are kind of holed up right now, trying to keep out the riffraff. And you've kind of built some rapport with Gargoth, and you were heading back home to go and see your family at the orphanage outside of Baldur's Gate and out at the outer city. So you're currently walking through the dimly lit streets of Baldur's Gate to make your way back home. And you get to the edge of the city where the outer city wall is, and Basilisk Gate is now simply just an open gatehouse. The doors to the walled city have been blasted open since Gargoth removed it to invite the denizens of the outer city and the refugees that had come from El Turel. He invited them into Baldur's Gate. And as you are leaving, you're beginning to enter into the neighborhoods of ramshackle buildings and you're beginning to pick up the odor of cooking fires and um, human sweat and filth, which saturates your senses. Um, as you're beginning to approach, get closer to your home, where the orphanage is, you can see up ahead an intersection along the dirt road that you've been following. A halfling man is surrounded by four other humanoids. He seems like he's being harassed a bit. These four others are dressed in long black cloaks with hoods up, wielding daggers. The man, you recognize his voice as your father's, Alden Hurthley, and he seems to be pleading with them. Take it! Take it! Spare me my life and you can have it all! He is holding a leather pouch, you could see. It seems to be bulging with coin. And you notice that one of his figures seems to just smack it out of his hand as coins, dozens of, it's countless to count. How many just right here, but the coins go spiraling down onto the dirt floor, and his adversary here, the figure, seems to scoff under his breath. But it is your life we are after. The Lord of Murder has named you to be entered into the dead book, and we are here to collect. And you can see they're kind of encircling him. You're probably about 40 feet out from where they are.
Oh, great. 40 feet is far enough for me to do an Eldritch Blast. Yes.
Yep.
All right.
And
yeah, I'm not even going to announce myself. That's a no-no.
go ahead and actually, I have something set up here so I can kind of share with you a little map here of the intersection. So I think, are those targetable? Can you? They probably aren't. Just go ahead and throw out your attacks into the chat.
Very well.
Get him. Ooh, nice.
24.
24 will definitely hit that first one that you see there.
That's 12 damage.
12 points. All right.
And then do I get my second shot as well?
Yes. 1 second. I just want to see where this guy is at. Because actually, this first one drops as you hit him in the back. Falls forward, face into the dirt.
Okay. Next one. 26.
That'll hit.
And 7 damage.
7 damage. That one is still up. So this is a surprise round. I'm going to keep you separate from the combat tracker just because I have the others on there. Go ahead and give me an initiative roll quick.
Okay. 21.
All right, so they go in front of you as soon as you kind of surprise them with your first attack. They begin moving. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. This one gets to just here. And actually, he's going to charge forward.
Uh-oh.
And the other is going to do the same. This other one that you see here, you just kind of see as he kind of with a flick of his wrist seems to sign something.
Whoa, thanks for the gems, man!
And goes invisible. And then you lose track of his movement.
Oh no.
And then it is your turn.
Okay. Very well. Let's see. I guess I will
And once again, thank you, Nuthouse, for the cheer. The Gem Door is feeling better after last week's community campaign game, so.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to take out my daggers right now. That would be silly.
Whoa, thanks for the
All right,
jams,
I
man!
will, I guess I'll just Misty. Nah. Oh gosh. So many things I can do. All right, never mind. I will attack. I will Eldritch Blast at melee range, I guess.
All right.
But the first one I'll use my inspiration on, so it'll just be a regular cast.
Sounds good.
Okay.
So that one will hit. Which one? The one to your north is the one that you hit first.
Yeah, I'll hit him again.
Hit him again? Okay. And that'll be enough to take him down.
Okay. Then I am going to hit my second blast at him, the one to the south. So that's at disadvantage.
Yes.
So
And a 15 will hit.
awesome. That's 7.
All right. He is still up,
It does push him back though.
but pushes him back 10 feet, right?
Yep. And since I did kill second one, I do get to use my Dark One's blessing. So I gain 9 plus my charisma modifier. So that's 13 temporary hit points. So that replaces my 6. And I am going to run towards my dad.
All right. So we're going to push pause there. You've got 2 of them down, 2 of the assailants down. But one still up and one somewhere hiding invisibly on the battlefield. So
While I'm running up to him, I'll just yell out, "Father!" Like "Father!" as I'm running over.
So you can see he's kind of got sort of a foppish hat on, overalls. He just looks like he's been sweating all day. His clothes are kind of dirtied and sullied. He's got kind of a pencil-thin mustache, and he's just kind of got a bewildered look, like, you know, seeing you is a little bit shocking just now. He hasn't been home yet to talk with Mother to know that you'd stopped by earlier. But luckily you are there. But we're going to switch back now to the characters down at Low Lantern. So just to reset, because before we lost Lauren, you all had just met, took this meeting with Nine Fingers, and talking, asking her about the shield. I believe one of the last things that she kind of suggested to you is that she actually doesn't have it, that it is in the possession likely of one of her kingpins. But you can hear the sounds of battle are happening, and she stands alert at these sounds, and she says, "Oh, I knew this. I knew this time would come. It seems that Gargoth has finally decided to send someone to deal with me." And she looks at the 3 of you. "Look, if it's the shield that you're after, I can help you find it, but I can only do so if I'm still alive." And with that, you can see this like circular, almost like a blade, comes crashing through the wooden door, almost like a circular saw blade, and then another, and then a third, and the wood is just cracking and splintering off, falling into the room where you stand, until finally the whole door is ripped from its framing. And on the other side, you see what looks almost like a flayed human wreathed in chain, and these blades are attached to chains that hang off his body. This creature is accompanied by two bearded devils, the types of things that you've dealt with in Avernus. And it seems that they are intent on entering the room, and if Nine Fingers Keen, if her suspicion is correct, they're after her. So we will start here by rolling initiative. I'll hit the button and see where we are at. So first up in the initiative order is Nine Fingers Keen, who she kind of stands to the back of the room. You can see she kind of pulls out two daggers in her hands, just kind of ready there. She doesn't really have a good line of sight on anything yet, but she stands there and readies her action for when she does. And next up, Aplos, it is your turn.
So Aplos is basically jumping up from the table. He's dropping the wine cup that he had, and like the whole palm full of like loaded cookies that he had to like eat one at a time because he had so many pastries stacked up that he was eating. So all that just sort of scatters on the floor. He's like, "Oh, that was a mess." And then he raises himself, drawing his longsword, and he hops into the doorway and gives his very best. "You shall not pass," and will try a turn the faithless. Which is basically a turn on Dead for Demons. And that will force them to make a DC something saving throw, and I will know the DC something in a second, which you think I would remember. Against my Paladin spell save DC, which is a number. 8 plus 2 plus 14. So DC 14 saving throws.
All right, looks like the Chain Devil makes it, the first Bearded Devil makes it, and Bearded Devil 2 makes it. At a 14,
Okay.
a 22, and a 19.
So nothing happens. And he just sort of stands there and he starts getting like a green cast over his face because all he's eaten since she's gotten back were sweets and drunk a lot of wine, and he's now on a boat and he's trying to leap into action, and that just doesn't look good. And that's that.
It becomes the Chain Devil's turn, and it yanks its blades and its chains out of the wooden door and redirects them towards Aplos. So the first one reaches out, lashes out, bridges that gap between the two of you. The first attack is a miss, and the second one comes flying out, a 24. And this ends up dealing 13 points of damage, and then it has you grappled. And it actually pulls you out as it moves. And drags you down the hallway. And then
bye.
Evangeline, it is your turn.
Oh, okay. So I see Aplos being dragged down the hallway. So I'm going to try to go after him and either shoot or hit with my rapier, depending on the distance I can get to with him. I'm guessing it's a narrow hallway, so probably more like rapier distance to get up to him. There's probably not a lot of shooting range. So
Yeah. I mean, if you're trying to shoot the chain devil, it'd probably be a little tricky, maybe to get a clean shot, but not impossible from where you're at. He probably has like half cover from where he's standing. He's kind of ducking
like half
behind one
cover.
of the. Yeah.
Okay, I'll go ahead and I'll take a shot at him. Try real hard not to hit Aplos. So just toss it into the chat.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay, and it'd be at disadvantage.
Not disadvantage. Just
Not disadvantage. Okay.
he just has +2 on his AC. That'll
Okay.
hit.
Okay. All right. Yay.
Nice.
And I was like really going for where he's holding on to Aplos to try to make him, drop him.
Yeah. The arrow hits into the flesh of the chain devil, and you do see it make a wound, but your arrow doesn't seem to quite go as far into the flesh as you were expecting, as it kind of pops out and drops to the floor. He's just
And there,
got
Aplos.
resistance.
All right. And I'll give Aplos help and just say, like, Aplos, just try your best to break free the next turn.
Oh yes.
This bearded devil is going to move forward. Will move out of your range, Aplos.
I will try and hit him with my longsword. Bad bearded devil. Bad. I will not hit him with my longsword.
Manages to elude your grasp there, and this bearded devil is going to try and shove Evangeline.
Rude.
Please give me a strength check.
Okay. Real great at those.
Oh man, I rolled a 4 and you rolled a 2. It's just kind of you just kind of like awkwardly. It wasn't even his force that really like knocks you over, but you kind of fall backwards into the bed and kind of boof. You trip over the cat. There was that mangy Tressum.
Oh.
That was wandering around. So he kind of shoves you back onto the bed here, and then swings around, and he's got a glaive in hand. Actually, he's not going to move the full length. He can hit Nine Fingers Creen from right there with the glaive. Takes a swing and hits her with a 15. She takes 4 points of damage and must make a Constitution saving throw, which she fails. You can just see kind of this like kind of gnarly wound grow on her left shoulder. And next up we have Lorem.
I am going to I'm going to turn around and give the bearded devil in the room with us a very disappointed dad look. I'm going to cast command on it, and I'm going to tell it to apologize to Nine Fingers for what it just did.
It makes its saving throw.
Damn. All right, and then as a bonus action, I'm going to go ahead and give Nine Fingers inspiration.
Sounds good. What D8?
Yeah.
Okay. Very cool. And thank you, Sparry14. Thank you for the follow. Huzzah! All right. Another bearded devil right down here is going to move up and into the room. This one, its beard kind of all the little bearded, braided strands off of its tentacle-like strands off of its beard kind of stiffen up, and they all come charging at Lorem. as it makes an attack. 24 will hit. 5 points of damage. And a Constitution saving throw. And you can feel as the beard barbs pierce into your skin. Wait.
Is it poison?
It is poison. You're immune to that, right?
I have advantage.
Or advantage.
Yes.
So I'll drop this on again. Oh. Same result. So poisoned for 1 minute. And then it makes one more attack with its glaive. And it can reach Nine Fingers Keen. So it takes a swing at her but misses. Nine Fingers Keen is up. Because of the wound that she has hit, it takes 1d10 of damage. Oof, and she takes 10 points. And she's got her daggers in hand. She's going to launch them at the Bearded Devil 2 that's right next to Lorum. First one is a miss. She makes 2 more attacks. Second one is an 18. That one will hit. 13 points. And the third attack is a hit, dealing another 13 points. Halved because of resistance. And then we are at Aplos, who has a piece of chain wrapped up around his leg and is being kind of pulled down the hallway.
So Aplos is like being pulled this way, and then all of a sudden he goes poof, and disappears, and then poof, reappears back up here, having used his bonus action Misty Step to come back up here and shed out of his stuff. And he stands there for a second, and then he starts swinging at Bearded Devil number 1 with his longsword. He does this twice. His first one is very much a miss. His second one, he'll use his advantage from his good friend. Longsword is a 19 is a hit, and he will smash, and he will throw a smite on top of the smash. So he will do 7 points of normaling damage, and then he will throw a first level smite, which will do this many more radiant damages.
That was Bearded Devil 1.
Bearded Devil 1. And that is one of those, and one of those. And upstairs, Stevia eats a hot dog.
The Chain Devil, having lost its prey, moves forward to the doorway. Can still see you. Aplos is going to once again try to animate his chains and fling them into the room to try to hook you again.
It seems unnecessary.
First attack is a miss, and second attack is a 22.
On the nose.
Oh, 16 points of damage.
Ow.
And has you grappled.
I don't want to go!
And he's going to pull you back 5, 10, 15. Kind of just pulls you right back out the door. Evangeline.
Well, I'm going to have to get up off the bed and say, that was very rude of you to the guy who so rudely knocked me over. Not into that kind of thing. And I am going to, since I saw Aplos kind of seems to have his, ways of escaping, I'm going to take note of that and just try to lash out of the guy in front of me. So I think that was number 2 is that the one that pushed me onto the bed?
Number 1.
Number 1, yeah. So, and also, I'm assuming that we're all in range where I would have sneak attack on this because we're all kind of.
Yeah, you got Lorem
stuck
there
together.
to give you a
Yeah.
sneak attack.
All right. So, let me trying to put sneak attack on myself, but I don't have my emblem, so I don't know how to do that if I don't drop it on myself. What do
You
I
got
do?
it.
I think you did it.
Okay.
Yep.
Didn't show up, so it's okay. So, and I'm just gonna try to hit him with my rapier.
Nice.
And I don't know why it was so many. I have like multiple sneak attacks on there. It was not showing up for me, so I can't see what I'm doing. Sorry. There we go. Okay. So only the one sneak attack should be on there. I don't know what it did.
No,
5d6.
you do 5d6 now. That's what you do.
Right, that's right. Oh, that's right. I just forgot that, and I should have had that because I should have been able to get sneak attack when you got pulled off, but I forgot to say it, so I didn't do it.
No, he's keeping me at arm's length. He's got a 10-foot chain.
Okay. Makes me feel better. So yeah, and I will tell. I'll tell you again, just like, you're doing great, Aplos. Just do that again, I guess.
Well, yes, but it's a little expensive in resources, actually.
Oh, sorry. You have help again.
Oop, Alex, did you mute or did I lose you?
Nope, I was
I
on
lost
mute.
him,
Sorry. The bearded devil, right next to you, Evangeline, its beard, strikes out and tries to lash at you just like the other one did to poor Lorem. But it is a miss. It's going to reach out with its glaive and try to swing at Nine Fingers. And doesn't quite catch her. Lorem, it is your turn.
I'm going to cast Fairy Fire on these 2 individuals.
Looks like both fail.
Well, I did it twice.
Oh, that's all right. I can grab that.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, so that is going to be my turn.
Sounds good. Spari 14, yes. The rest of the videos are up on our YouTube. Thanks, Pruno, for linking that. I think there's actually a playlist that you can check out that'll just play them all from the beginning if you're interested in catching up. How the heck did they get here?
How did this happen?
Yeah. Most
story.
of the comments that I've gotten about it are, what? So Bearded Devil 2 is going to... Its beard is going to try to swing at you, Lorem. A 22 to hit. Initially does the 10 points of damage. I guess there's no point in really doing the Constitution saving throw. It wouldn't do anything additionally to you. But then it reaches out with the glaive and will strike out at Nine Fingers. That will hit as she takes 11 points and an additional 6 as her wound kind of flares up. You can see it's already getting kind of pussy and kind of flares up and oozes as she gets hit yet again by this bearded devil. At this point, let's go back and check in with Bryn on the streets in the outer city. Bryn, you had just moved up, kind of gotten away. You hit a eldritch blast at this one assailant. These I don't know. You're getting the sense they seem very similar to those followers of Baal that you had dealt with earlier in the campaign. But from out of nowhere, you get struck by one of them as you were standing right next to the one that went invisible. So he's going to take a swing at advantage.
Wonderful.
And that is going to be an 18 to hit.
Definitely hits.
You take 12 piercing damage.
Oh, we good, we good.
And he takes another stab into your side. A 21 to hit.
Yep.
This one dealing 16 points of damage.
Okay. I'm still up. We're good.
The other, the Nightblade is going to bridge the gap here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Right next to you. Tries to take a stab with his dagger. An 11 to hit.
11 misses.
It is your turn.
Oh.
As your dad is in the background. Bryn, get him! Get him!
All right. Well, now that I can actually see both of them, I am going to cast Flame Strike. So it's a vertical column of divine fire roaring down from the heavens. Each creature in a 10-foot radius, 40-foot high cylinder centered on a point within range must make a dex saving throw.
All right. First one. A 19.
That makes it.
And the other one, not so good, with an 8.
Okay. So it's 46 fire damage and 46 radiant damage.
We're just going to say goodbye to this guy, because...
All right, so this is the fire damage. And this is the radiant damage.
That's pretty good.
24. This one is still up. This torrent of energy, both fire and radiance, and your dad is in the background like, "Holy Timora! Oh my god!" He just basically just falls backwards onto his bum, onto into the dirt, and is just like looking at this this energy. Has no idea that you're capable of this, but the other one is still up.
Okay. Does Imson get a turn?
Yes.
All right. Yeah, Imson's gonna attack this enemy as well with a sting. So he's gonna come out of invisibility. So that's +5 to the attack. That's 18 to hit.
That'll hit.
All right. So that's 1d4 + 3 piercing damage. 4. And
Imsum's got it. Tell me, what does Imsum do to fell this last follower of Baal?
So this massive column of radiant flame just erupts and consumes one of the followers of Baal, and the remaining one, while very injured, is still alive. And I think he kind of smiles and gives, or whoever this person gives a smile and is like about to attack, and then the smile freezes as the eyes get wider, and they just drop down as you see Imson behind this person with the stinger at the neck.
Very good. So that happens. you turn around and you see your dad just sitting there in the dirt with his like hands, his hat, he's fallen off, and he's just like, Bryn, oh, my little vanilla bean, where have you been?
Ah, Father, don't you know it? You're the one who taught me this. You shouldn't be walking around the streets of Baldur's Gate with so much gold in view. And I'm already like picking up all the gold on the floor.
Yes.
And putting it back
Oh.
in the bag.
I know it's Bryn. It's been crazy here since that spell that you conjured. Are you with Gargoth? Are you with the Angel of Justice?
Angel, it's complicated. Here, I give him back the bag of gold. Where did you get all this?
This I took the pledge today. The pledge of the revolution, Bryn.
The
Cookies.
pledge? What? The Gargoth's making you all make pledges? What is this?
Well, it's just an affirmation of our beliefs in the ideals that he has bestowed upon us to bring power back to the people, Bryn. Look at all this gold. This could feed all these mouths at the orphanage for 10 years. Good days are ahead.
Do I have an idea, like just by looking at it, how much gold he has in his bag right now?
Ooh, I mean, it's like you're scooping it up. There's probably your guess. A lot of this is platinum and gold.
Oh,
So
geez.
this is
So this is like more. This is more money than I even have. Like,
probably.
I gave my mother like, I don't know, 200 gold pieces.
Yeah, I don't know. Quick estimate. You think it could be upwards of 800 to 1,000 gold worth of coinage here.
Wow. All right. Let's get back to the shelter before we find anyone else. Let's go.
And as you're picking up, give me a quick, just like a perception check, I guess, as you're scooping up the coins and helping him up.
13.
Because you're sort of doing a scan. You're trying to surmise like how much wealth is here. You notice that one of the coins looks a little odd. It doesn't even look like it's gold or platinum, but it's kind of like a more iron looking coin.
Oh. Does it look like a soul coin?
No, it doesn't really look like a soul coin, but it's odd. It's got kind of an emblem, almost like a serpent or something on the front end of it, but kind of crudely etched around it. In common is some words that seem to be revolutionary kind of speak, like I pledge my life to the ideals of liberty, egalitarianism, and prosperity.
Father, what is this?
Oh, well, they were handing those out down in the crowd today. Each of us got one when we accepted our coin.
Oh, when you made the pledge.
Well, yeah, it's like a token.
Okay. Do you mind if I hang on to this just for a little bit?
Well, you could get your own. I'll take you down to the rally tomorrow.
Ah, yes, of course. Excellent.
Maybe you could get a bag of coin too.
Yeah, that does sound pretty good. I may surprise you, Father. I did actually speak with Gargoth.
I knew it. I knew it.
Yes, yep. He and I, we see eye to eye on a few things, and I have agreed to assist in the revolution. Just taking after you, learning from the best, and we are going to infiltrate the inner city wall and finally take out those patriarchs that have denied us all those donations and kept us on the outside all this time.
Oh, my heart is. I am so proud of you, Bryn. I am so proud of you. Let's go. You're right. We should get off the streets. We've collected our coin. Let's go tell Mother this good news.
Yes, of course.
And so the two of you kind of scurry off out of the night air and into the safety of the orphanage.
The orphanage.
And let us go back to the action happening at Low Lantern. As we are back to the top, Nine Fingers Keen is still kind of oozing and hurting. You see she's very much favoring that shoulder. She's kind of pressing some pressure on it, and it's just kind of it's not looking good. But nonetheless, she tries to pull herself together. She moves forward, picking up her daggers, and she starts hacking and slashing at the devil right in front of her. First attack is a hit. She deals 8 points. Second attack, 25 to hit. 6. And last one doesn't quite land. But she's got a bardic inspiration. She's going to throw that into the mix here and convert that to a hit, dealing another 7. Aplos, it is your turn.
Second verse, same as the first. Poof, he disappears. Poof, he reappears. Ah! And then he starts swinging with his longsword at bearded devil number 1. Now with advantage due to fairy fire. Long sword. Ha!
Critical hit.
Might be overkill, but we're gonna do it anyway. We'll drop a 3rd level smite on that one, which will be 3, 4, 5, 10. 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10. I think this is 10.
Hoo-wee.
8, 9, 10. Okay, so that many radiant damages, on top of that many normal damages.
It just kind of a shower of sparks as it puffs out of existence.
Oh, I forgot how much fun it is fighting devils. And then he turns and he swings at the other one. And this is so much nicer. And then he'll hit, and he'll do regular damage. And then he will throw another crazy smite on it. But this one only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's too many. That many's 19 radiant damages on number 2.
All right.
And then he'll be like, shift a little bit out of the doorway line of sight. I don't think it's gonna work, but hey.
Chain Devil on its turn moves up, and instead of going after you, Aplos, its chains animate and go straight for Keen.
Oh, fiend! Literally.
First attack misses. Second attack is a hit. And grapples her. He had to move up to get to that point, so he doesn't have quite enough to really drag her out the doorway. And then it turns to Evangeline's turn.
Okay, so how far is he from me? He's in the doorway right now. And I'm like at the bed. How far is that?
He's like there's 10 feet in between the two of you.
Okay. All right. And is he close enough to any of us that I get sneak attack on him?
No.
No. Okay.
Not without pop in like a hide, a bonus action stealth or something like that.
Yeah, right. Okay. So, I mean, I'm right there, so I think he's probably. I'm going to just take a shot at him. Then crossbow.
That'll hit.
Nice.
All right. And then I will tell Nine Fingers to stay alive and just try to escape. Give her help for her attack.
I think your connection
Can't-
maybe got lost when. Did you roll damage? Do you know what it was?
I did. Yeah, it was 4 plus 4, so 8. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I gave then give her help too. And it's probably gonna kick me again. I'm gonna try to pull just Fantasy Grounds up on my other computer. So I might get booted from the Zoom chat, but I should be able to hop right back on if I do. So I'm gonna do that for right now.
Okay,
while y'all are doing
sounds
this.
good. Next up we have Lorem.
So I'm going to go ahead and cast a second level healing word on Nines.
Mhm. No.
Points.
And that will be my. I'll give Nines inspiration again.
Okay, very good.
That'll
You
be
can
my
kind of
turn.
see the wound kind of stitching up after the healing word, but just as quickly it's like kind of peeling and ripping open. But you've bought her some time. Bearded Devil 2. First going to use its beard attack on Lorem. Gets a 20 with that. 5 points of damage. And then it's going to attack Keen with the glaive. Brings it down. Hits. Dealing 14 points of damage. Turns to her turn, and you can just see she kind of like leans down and takes a knee as she like pulls out a bandage, and she starts to kind of wrap that wound. And she's going to do a medicine check on herself. I'm trying to remember. Is medicine intelligence?
Medicine is wisdom.
There's a wisdom. Okay. Ooh, and she's going to use that bardic inspiration to give herself a success. And you can see kind of with the effort of both Lorem, your healing word, and that inspiration that you gave her is able to kind of, it looks like kind of sap that wound up, at least enough for the time being. Aplos, it is your turn.
Aplos will attack the fairy fired bearded devil. And longsword number 1. And he's like, Stevia, I know you're up there. Get down here and help. That'll hit. We'll do damage. We'll throw a level 1 smite on top of it, which will do this many of the radiance. And then we will attack with the longsword once more, which will hit. We will do longsword damage. And we will throw one more first level smite and do that many more of the radiance. Ha ha!
This one also, shower of sparks disappears.
Good.
And in the doorway, for a split second, you feel like you saw the chain devil had the head of Stevia. But then you kind of
Ugh.
do a little blurp and realize it is not.
That was very odd. Well, yes. So, we'll step up, here, and, that's, and we will use a bonus action to cast Ensnaring Strike on my weapon. Which won't do anything right now, but might come in handy in a moment.
Then it turns to the chain devil's turn. And it has one free chain it's going to use to attack Aplos. A 22. 14 points. You're grappled and restrained.
I do still have my spell, but I'm grappled and restrained. Ooh, grappled and restrained?
Yeah, I forgot to put that on earlier.
Okay.
But it will move out of the way, so you could take an attack of opportunity at disadvantage.
Take my attack of opportunity. I will use my inspiration that I had been hanging on to, and I will attack the chain devil with my longsword. This should be at regular. That was something wrong.
Well, it hit.
Hit either way. Okay.
Either way.
So I will longsword damage. I will drop a level 2 smite. Four. So that many radiance.
15.
He will then come potentially under the effect of my ensnaring strike, perhaps, maybe.
Makes
Nope.
it.
So he resisted, so nothing happens. And then I'm going for a ride.
Yeah, the two of you and Nine Fingers Keen, just kind of he's dragging you out of the hall, out into the hall.
This is ridiculous.
Evangeline.
All right. So I see that and I say, I agree, Aplos. And I'm thinking it's quite ridiculous. And I'm just going to go charging after him and say, but this is just dumb. And I'm going to try to actually just try to slash at the chains. However, I don't have access to my character in Fantasy Grounds.
Oh, I can release that.
All right. It actually just is freezing up again anyways, so maybe don't. Yeah, don't, because it's crashing on my other computer. I'm cursed. So it might eventually come up. Okay. You might be able to do it now, but just go ahead. I'm just gonna try to hit the chains with my rapier if you want to roll that.
Okay.
I can charge up to him.
Can you release a character to another player?
You should be able to. I might be able to do it now. It seems like it's unfrozen now.
Okay, I released the character, so you could.
Okay, let me see if I can get it now. Okay, I think yes. Yay!
So.
Sorry, y'all.
Attacking the chain. Just give me an attack roll.
Okay.
Okay. You hit. Go ahead and roll your weapon's damage. So, you strike at it with the rapier, and it maybe like leaves a little bit of a mark, but your rapier just wouldn't isn't really the weapon to do what you're trying to do and break these chains.
Yeah, I
So
was
you
wondering if
think
it
you
was
probably
like,
have to smack at this over an extended amount of time,
with
maybe to.
like great axe or something. I thought I'd give it a try. And I'll scooch back away from him.
So you use probably just about all of your movement to get to that spot there.
Oh, am I? Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say so I can cutting action away, but I will just say, sorry that didn't work, Aplos, and maybe I'll call back to or call over, I guess, to Nine Fingers and just say, maybe you'll have better luck just killing this thing. And that's what I do for help.
Sounds good. Okay, so help to Nine Fingers.
Yeah.
And she's just struggling. There's like a shackle around her neck from the chain, and she's just being pulled. She's like, "Me!" And then it is Lorum's turn. You might be a mute.
I was. I'm going to come bounding around the corner here and see that my friends are getting dragged away. And I am going to cast a shatter at. Okay. Cast shatter at the chained devil here.
He manages to succeed on the saving throw.
Okay, and I'm casting it at third level, so it gets an extra one. It's something. And I will go ahead and give Aplos inspiration. And that'll be my turn.
Nine Fingers. The chains tighten around her neck, kind of choking off her airflow as she's struggling. She takes 10 points of damage at the start of her turn. She tries to move forward here. Actually, she's still got her daggers. She's going to pull out her daggers. She's struggling to throw them as effectively as she normally would, but we'll take that help action to do one normally. A 23 will hit. And one lands and hits into the chain devil.
I believe you.
Second one also hits. And a third. And that one a little awkward and just kind of hits the side of the wall there that he's kind of tucked behind. Apollos, you also, at the start of your turn, the chains tighten. You take 8 points of damage. And then...
So Apollos is looking a little rough. So he's going to do a lay on hands, like just like touch his tongue to his nose, and boop himself back for 35 hit points worth of healing as he just sort of wriggles and flops about. And that's about it. He's doing his little I'm a fish on a boat, I want to get away kind of thing. This is undignified. And that's it.
The Chain Devil. It is going to keep pulling y'all away. Evangeline, you could take an attack of opportunity. Oh, I think did I
Ooh, we
lose
lost her.
Evangeline? I'm gonna assume she would like to do that and have her take a swing. She had the rapier out. Ooh, misses unfortunately as Aplos. You both hit into this pillar and get kind of wrapped around it as he's pulling you down. Further and further down the hallway you go. He releases you from the chain, and he takes 2 attacks at 9 fingers. Then, whoops, I have to pull that restrained condition off you guys. There we go. Try that again. First attack actually misses 9 fingers, and then the second attack lands and hits her, re-grappling her. And then it is... I'm going to wait just a second.
Oh, she came back.
Hey!
It's your turn!
Hooray! Yeah, I was still on Fantasy Ground. I don't know what's going on. I'm so freaking angry. Okay, so what happened? She's
Channel
still
your
alive.
anger.
Who do I need to kill?
Chain Devil, preferably.
Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna try to hack at him.
Yeah, he's continued to drug Aplos and Keen down the hallway, release the chains so that he could do some additional attacks. Looks like blood out for 9 fingers.
Ooh, okay, so I'm gonna go after him and just try to stab him in the belly if I can get to him. And...
You can definitely get to him.
All right, I'm just gonna try to stab him in the belly then. And since he's got her grappled, does she count as sneak attack, or is she held off like he had?
No.
Aplo?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they're 10 feet away.
Yeah, jerk. All right.
Are those bunks little walls that she could have hid behind and popped out and shot? What are those?
Yeah. Oh, I don't have the map, so I'm just like doing this theater of mind.
Oh,
That's
sorry.
why I've been so confused.
Yeah, if you want, you have opportunities to bonus action
I do
hide
have-
if you...
Okay, yeah, let me hide. I'll hide and I'll do my crossbow.
All right.
To
Do
try-
you want me to hit these checks?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So you nail it on the stealth, manage to kind of skulk along the walls of the different bunks, pop out, advantage on the attack.
Okay.
And unfortunately a miss.
No,
13.
Dang it. Come on.
It looked great up until that last
Up until
bound,
that last
when you went
that last
"Whatcha!"
bit. Yeah, I just wasn't quite there. All right.
Laurel, it is your turn.
Okay. I am going to. I am going to go ahead and run up. Put myself right there, and I'm going to go ahead and cast Dissonant Whispers. Hopefully, no. I don't know. I haven't cast this one in a while. This is going to have half damage.
I think it
Should.
does.
Yes. Okay.
All right, so he takes a little bit of psychic.
All right, and that will be my turn.
9 fingers Keen takes 3 more points. The chains tightening and wrapping around. She is going to try to get out of this predicament with an acrobatics check. She's got +10 on her roll, and she rolled a 1. She is still held by these chains, and they're just too tight.
What a +2 to us? It's not a saving throw. Never mind.
Not a saving throw, yeah. But we turn then to Aplos, freed
Um,
from the chains.
Freed from the chains, Aplos will get on up in Chain Devil's face here. Start swinging his sword again. He's out of juice, but he's still got a sword. 13 probably gonna miss. 17 hits. Max damage. Whap. Yee. That will be it. Stevia!
Chain Devil continuing its assault on Nine Fingers Keen. The chains release. He's going to try to take 2 chain attacks on her. First one, again, because of my little maneuver there, I got to pull those off. I'll redo that. Chain is a 20. That will hit. 8 points. She looks like she just about passed out there, but she's still hanging on. Second attack was going to be at advantage. A 19. She does have Uncanny Dodge, so she's going to use that here to stay awake. But not looking good. And she's currently held by the chains, both chains. And next up, it is Evangeline.
All right, so I'm going to try to do what I just did, but more successfully. So that's the plan. Actually hit this time.
That's the spirit.
Yeah. So do I need to do the stealth check first for you?
You're gonna try to do a stealth check.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to sneak attack and just
Okay.
hide.
You're right in front of it right now.
Am I
so
too close to
that'll
actually...
be tricky, but you got Aplos up there, so if you do hit it, you get your
Okay, so I've got
damage.
sneak attack with Aplos. I didn't know these Aplos was right there. Okay, that's fine. Then I'll just try to hit it.
Want me to hit that attack, or are you?
Yeah, go ahead and you do it. I think I
Okay.
can do it, but just in case it screws up.
23 will hit.
Yay.
With the sneak attack, damage in the mix. Total of 26 points of damage, although it's halved, so 13 points to the Chain Devil. It is still up. Bonus action, did you want to call out to someone to give you your help?
For the bonus action, I'll call out to do Nine Fingers again and say, just stay alive. You're doing great. Just try to get with your dagger again.
And you look back and you can see she's just about
Not
down
doing
for
great.
the count. Yep.
I'm optimistic for her.
Lorem.
I will go ahead and see that Nine Fingers is not feeling so hot, and I'll go ahead and cast Healing Word at second level on her.
Nice.
All right, and I'm out of everything else, so that will be my turn.
Any cantrip or other action you want to use?
Oh, yeah, I guess I can use a cantrip. So I'll go ahead and attempt to cast Vicious Mockery on Chain Devil. Yeah.
All right. We turn to Nine Fingers. Who, luckily, the healing word keeps her up. The chains are tightening. Oops. And she is going to attempt to escape this grapple once again. Evangeline, that help action, can it be used on things that are not attacks?
So let me see. I can. Doo-doo-doo.
I know the
I believe
the help action,
so.
typically you could use it on a skill check. I just didn't know if that
Yeah, I think that I mean
class
it gives
feature.
it gives help, so it should be able to. It just is it doesn't have anything
Okay,
special.
we can look it
Yeah.
up later. I was just curious
Yeah.
if you knew.
Yeah, it should
So
be able to. She should be able to use it for a skill check. I would.
she's gonna use that. She try to use that here to slip away because she needs it, and manages to slip out of the way, and she kind of ducks and just kind of like in a heap here is like falls to the ground and just staring up at Lorem and kind of just mouths "thank you" under her breath as she's just trying to catch her breath from having been held by those chains. Aplos, it is your turn.
Okay, longsword. Here we go. Yes. Yes. Good. And then once more. Not so much. Bonus action, boop, with the shield, but it doesn't do anything. Yes. That is it.
Chain Devil moves to here
Won't you? Oh, you butt. Um,
in hot pursuit.
I hate him. So as he tries to move away, I am going to try and hit him with my longsword. And I don't. I very much don't. Not even a little.
Okay.
I still hate him.
Evangeline couldn't quite see Nine Fingers from there. Steps out. Attack of opportunity is provoked.
Oh yes,
Get him, get him.
I will. I'll try to, anyways. Try to whack him.
All right. Oh,
Why'd
you
do
got
it?
it.
Wait, yeah.
Oh!
Oh!
I think the chat wants to redeem award inspiration. Pruno,
Oh.
I'll
Oh.
allow, if you give this to Evangeline, I'll allow her to use it. That was like right on the line.
It was right. I'm sorry.
Just give us that confirmation. Maybe
The one time.
maybe he wants to give it to Bryn.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, sure, he says.
Sure.
All right, Evangeline, I'll
not?
let you take a second chance here.
All right. Come on.
Sometimes blood must.
Oh!
No.
The Chain Devil, right around the corner, is going to attempt to hook Nine Fingers Keen with the chain. I still have that grapple thing on there. I've taken that off. Let's try that again. But gets a hit. And she goes down.
Damn it. Sorry.
He'll take a second attack on her. So she'll have effectively... Well, I'll roll it. She'll effectively have 2 death saving throws. We'll treat her like a PC. So she's got 2 fails. Evangeline, it is your turn.
Really wish I had some sort of, healing or anything that was useful, but I don't. So all I can do is try to kill this thing.
I mean, if you really
So
really wanted to try to help her, you could with a medicine check.
I could do a medicine. Okay, I'll try. I don't know that. I don't know how effective I'll be at that, but I'll try. All right. So how do I do a medicine check? I've never done that before.
Medicine skill.
Medicine skill. All right. I can't hurt her more, can I? Because I probably would if it's a possibility.
No, not in this game.
All right. So
Community campaign, I'd probably be like, yeah, totally.
-1, so that's gonna be great, y'all. All right, here we go.
All right, you just needed a 10, so you managed to kind of really quick, like, rip off a piece of clothing off of your tunic and kind of real quick just kind of patch her up. Um,
And I'm gonna kind of
So-
stand guard over her if I can, or try to.
Sounds good. Lorem.
All right, I am going to go ahead and cast another healing word on Nines. And then I'm going to try and take another shot at the Chain Devil. And nothing.
All right. Nine Fingers is here. She's just going to take the dodge action. And then it is Aplos' turn.
So Aplos will come charging up behind because sneaking's for chumps. And he'll swing. And he'll
Oh.
miss. And he'll swing again.
There it is.
That hits. Ah!
And just kind of a big arc of flame as you finally land this killing blow that takes him out. I'm going to go very well done, group. You saved Nine Fingers. Consider this next little piece a short rest as I go and check in with Bryn. So if you want to do a short rest, go ahead and use all of your things and recover all your things that you get back on that. So back with Bryn, you have made it back to the orphanage, and it's a little less lively as you walk into kind of the main hall. Many of the young ones
Alex,
would. Oh,
Before
go
we
ahead.
go too far, do we need to take a break? Does everyone need a break?
Oh yeah, I think Kit.
Oh, sure. What do you need? 10-minute break?
Yeah, let's do a 10-minute break.
All right, sounds good. We will be back in just a few. We'll come back at 8:40, folks. Thanks everyone who's hanging out and spending EXP in the XP store.
Thanks, Twitch.
And we will be right back. All right, we're back a little bit early. So we just had a big battle in Low Lantern, where Aplos, Lorem, and Evangeline managed to protect Nine Fingers Keen. An important thing if they were going to find the shield of the Hidden Lord that they are looking for to help rebind the devil that escaped from it. But we're going to turn now and see. We got a split party situation in this campaign as of right now. So we're going to go and check in with Bryn, who had made her way back home. Her family operates a orphanage out in the outer city. And so, Bryn, you're with your father and have returned back to the orphanage, and things have kind of settled down for the evening. All the kids are kind of tucked in to bed, but your mother is still up. And as you walk in, your father kind of loudly proclaims that you're back home and that you're safe, and mother gives the knowing nod, that she knew well before he did. And so they just kind of engage in a little bit of kind of catching up on the day's events. And your father is very enthusiastic about everything that has been happening in the city, and is catching her up on all the gold that he has procured.
Father, while you were out among the crowd, did you happen to see my friends? You remember Aplos? Tall half-elf?
Oh, of course, yes, of course I remember Aplos. I don't know that I saw him out there though. Is that would be shocking to me. Is he a supporter of the revolution? It seems like he have a lot to lose.
That's a good point. I never stopped to think about that. Um, I don't know. I'm supposed to meet up with them later. We actually came here to
Ah,
back
yeah,
Boulder's. We
yeah.
back here from. Well, I know you've noticed I've been away for a bit, um, and we came back. We're here to help fulfill a quest. In fact, actually, Aplos actually convinced me to go adventuring. Believe it or not.
Well, that's good. That's good. You should, it'd be helpful if we had a couple of patriarch families on our side. You should talk to him about that.
Yeah, I'm sure he would be thrilled uh, if we can get get our point across to him. I guess. Yeah, yeah, that's a great idea, Dad. Um, I
That's exciting. Do you think, it's getting late? Perhaps we should get some rest. Marching up there, marching through the tunnels, get up there to Upper City. It's going to be a lot of work. I hear they're going to be meeting up quite early.
ah, you're right. Let's go to bed. I'm glad I got to see you all again. It's been a while.
And your mother, of course, comes over and gives you a hug and a kiss, and um, you know, asks for when you want to get up in the morning and things like that. But your father heads off to bed, um, and you still have a place in the orphanage that has been untouched. They haven't, you know, hauled all your stuff off to the curb or anything like that, so you can rest well in a very familiar setting. It's very comforting after all this time being away in Avernus.
Yeah, I'll tuck in all the little kids as well, and probably tell them a bedtime story about the four warlords of Avernus taking
Yeah,
um, with the help of Smiler Defiler, taking the Necromancer. I don't know,
they're gonna
something made up,
they're gonna
entirely made.
they'll start cutting out little like finger puppets in the morning of crazy characters that you've told them
Good to
about.
have Smiler the Defiler in a children's story.
What does defile mean? Awesome. All right, so you tuck her in.
Mhm.
Meanwhile, back with the folks with Keen, you've patched yourselves up, and you're resting maybe once again. She calls down from the bar. Things are kind of settled down up there, um, and has some refreshments and whatever you want brought down while you talk. And she tells you, "Okay, you saved my life. I will uphold my end of the bargain. As I explained to you, I don't know where the shield is precisely, but I have a feeling it is in the hands of Reketh Glitterbeard, a dwarf who was my treasurer, member of the Honorable Order of Moneylenders, and a proprietor of the counting house. Um, if you're saying that you held the shield and you put it in that bag, it most definitely landed in his hands. And if this Gargoth, as you say, was once imprisoned within that shield, then I'm sure he had something to do with it, some sort of role. So either he's dead or he's in cahoots with Gargoth. I haven't heard from him since all of this craziness has been happening in the streets. But getting into the counting house wouldn't be so easy as just walking through the front. It's very heavily guarded, especially right now with all the unrest. But luckily for you, I have a contingency. I am in partnership with, I guess, a number of druids, you could say, that work out of the old sewer keep. The people that keep the waters that run through the sewers clean when they dump out into the Kyanthar River. I maintain a lot of spies throughout the city. I keep eyes on all of those that work under me. One of the ways I do so is when they come into my good graces, they receive a gift, a very special gift, one that among the ranks of the guild is a mark of pride to receive this gift from me, a rubber tree from the lands of Chult. It is a sign of respect, and it is my method of ferreting in my spies when I need to. And she starts to scrawl a letter together, and she says, "Take this letter to the druids that run the sewer keep. They can help you get into the counting house so you can find your shield. I suspect if it is in the hands of Glitterbeard, it wouldn't be far from him. With the help of the druids at the sewer keep, you'll be able to get into his office directly."
That sounds good. Now, the counting houses that I've been in, they're almost as sturdy to get out of as into. Would you happen to know a time when Glitterbeard would be within the counting house so that we could be assured of a way out? Or would you think he's
Well,
holed up there?
my spies haven't seen him leave the counting house since all this madness has happened. So I suspect he's hanging tight inside.
Yes. Well, then I suppose we should go fetch our other companions, Stevia and Miss Bryn, and arrange to go see these druids.
And when you say Bryn's name, she Keen kind of grins and she says, Bryn's still with you."
Oh yes, she's doing quite well actually.
Bryn was very reliable.
Yes. She was.
But you say you've lost track of her?
Oh, she left to see her family. They're in, well, I suppose it would be the upper quarters from here, but with the lower quarters from where I was.
Well, then certainly, if is there anything else that you need from me before you head out?
Well, you don't happen to have any weapons that hold a magical edge. I have such a trouble with these fiends with just the steel. It's quite shiny, but he goes fishing.
Yeah,
She
I
goes
agree.
over to a chest that she has at the end of her bed, and she pulls out a couple of blades, a short sword, and two daggers. And she tells you that these are magical edges that she has procured. And she says, "It pains me to part with such valuable items, but I think that you lot are an investment that I need to make. If Gargoth is allowed any amount, even a sliver of power within Baldur's Gate, everything that I have built these past decades will come crumbling down. So these are yours. May they serve you well in the battle to come."
Thank you. Yes, we have seen that allowing a demon influence over a city can quite literally drag it straight to hell.
So I'm going to put these items into the party sheet here. Both will be +1 weapons. Short sword. And two daggers. So, your next move is to go and meet up, try to catch up with Bryn.
Yes.
So, in the night here, and Bryn, you can take a short rest as well. But just kind of fast forwarding here, at some point, as you're maybe just in that early stage of sleep where you're just kind of reviewing the day and starting to flutter off, you kind of hear a rapping at your window.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna get up and open the window. Or can I look, see who's there first?
Yeah, and then you see Aplos knows where the orphanage is, and in Lorem and Evangeline also are all standing there.
Oh.
And you see Aplos like, I'm looking for a Bryn. I fight against sin. I'm not very good at rapping.
All right, I go over and open the door. Hey, nice to see you all.
Oh,
Hey.
Miss Bryn, you're doing well. All right. I thought you might have been caught up in all this kerfluffle.
Oh no. I went to. Oh, that's right. Did Lauren tell you what I've been up to?
What I know. What all have you been up to? Please do tell.
Yes, it's a story. Do you all want to come in? I'm sure my mother has some great breakfast being prepared right now.
Oh, yes. That would be much appreciated. I could very much use a chamber pot.
Oh, were you all waiting till morning to go? Or was this in the middle of the night?
I think it was towards night, but either way, he could very much use a
in the
chamber
middle of
pot.
night. Sorry,
They have a lot of mouths to feed. They gotta start breakfast at 2 a.m.
Yes. No. Yeah. Chamber pot that way. Yeah.
Yes.
Come on in. Come on in. And I just kind of step back, and I don't know how they're gonna get through this window, but.
So one way or another, either through the front door as Bryn unlocks it, or through the window, you make your way into the orphanage, and everyone is asleep at this point. There's probably like a low light coming from the main hall. I think Bryn, as you described this was like an old temple or an old church that had been kind of converted. So you're kind of in this like kind of open, what was once a worship area, but that's been converted into a place for the young ones to sleep and such.
Okay. So listen, I'm sorry for running off right away, but I was concerned that my family was in danger after I heard of the basilisk gate going down. But they are thankfully all here, alive and healthy. But during that time, I found out that Gargoth is a devil. Quite a large one, in fact. Quite powerful. He resides over where the old headquarters of the Flaming Fist is on the west side of the city. And I went to go speak to him, and turns out he is sitting atop Tiamat's treasure.
Yes. I believe he is the demon from the shield that we encountered. And we've found that if we fetch the shield, we have a wizard who can assist us to re-imprison Gargoth.
Oh. And
Problem is, the shield is being hoarded by one of Nine's defected members, crew. We have to break in to a counting house to get it.
you met with Nine Fingers Keen?
Yes, we've been just as busy.
Okay.
She thinks very highly of you.
She said that you were reliable.
Yeah, I think that has something to do with, well, you know. But okay, so I guess the plan is to find the shield. Here's the other thing, though. I kind of promised Gargoth that I would help him storm the inner city. I told him about the sewer entrance underneath the bathhouse to get to the Van Thamper's manor. And yes, I know Gargoth's a devil, and we've dealt with a lot of fiends down in Avernus. Hear me out. I don't completely think that this whole revolutionary idea of, letting the refugees in and more power to the people kind of thing is not entirely a bad idea.
No, but what's he getting out of it? Why does he care?
Yeah, that's a good question, and I'm not. I admit I'm not the smartest person, not the smartest apple in the bunch, or however they call that saying, but I'm sure he's up to something. And well, I met my dad again. He's doing fine. My father's fine, but it sounded like some of the, or maybe a lot of the revolutionaries are making oaths, pledges to possibly Gargoth.
Cookies involved.
No cookies. I didn't ask about that, so maybe there are cookies involved. But no, this doesn't seem like a Black Cloak thing. I think this is.
No. If they're making pledges, he's getting souls.
That's,
He's just doing it under the flavor of a revolutionary pledge.
yeah.
Like around the corner where
And if he leads all these people immediately to their deaths in an ill-prepared revolution, he gets to collect immediately.
You're right. I bet you that's his plan.
You mean he doesn't want the revolution to succeed?
No, I would.
If he's collecting souls, I wouldn't.
Yeah, I think he might be. I would just tip off the guards, and
No, but
if I were a devil.
Did your father make one of these pledges?
Yes. He had a coin on him. It wasn't a soul coin. It was. It had this weird squiggly symbol.
And he gave it to you, so you still have it.
Oh, I still have it. I show it to Lauren. Do any of you recognize this? He said that anyone who made a pledge received one.
And so once again, here's what the coin looks like.
What did it say again?
On the front face of it, it says in common, "I pledge my life to the ideals of liberty, egalitarianism, and prosperity for all who live within Baldur's Gate."
I pledge my life. That's the first little bit of that.
Yeah.
See, that sounds kind of like
a
soul pledge.
Just taking contracts without reading the fine lines running the family.
To be fair, this doesn't look anything like a contract.
It's an agreement between two parties. That's all it takes.
It's an oath to read the coin.
Bryn, make an investigation check.
All right.
Some teeny tiny print.
turn it over.
Yeah.
When you pulled this coin out, you just kind of felt like on your thumb as you're kind of flashing it, like you're looking at both sides of the coin or whatever. The back end is actually quite plain. But you're feeling that there are some grooves on the edge of the coin.
Okay, I look at those grooves.
And as you turn and you kind of squint, Do you speak Infernal? Do you understand Infernal?
Imsum does. That's for sure.
It's like,
Pulls out the spyglass.
So Brent's like, no, nowhere on this coin does it say Garga. What is it, Imsum?
And Imsum will take a look, and there is a continuation of the pledge on the front. And it says, and in accepting this bounty, I recognize the absolute authority of Gargoth to enter into contracts on my behalf.
Oh no.
Well,
Now we have 2 cities entirely under a contract with the devil.
okay.
Yeah, that's not good.
All right. Well,
thank goodness it was only the lower classes.
Close.
Got him again.
So we need to stop all fighting, because if anyone who has taken one of these coins dies, their soul immediately becomes the possession of Gargoth.
Yeah, and I mean, let's be honest. We know what happens to souls once they get down to Avernus, and I'm sure that if he can make contracts on behalf of you in perpetuity, you're becoming gas for the machine pretty quick. So
yes, we'll have to stop him immediately. Stopping this revolution, on the other hand, may be a more difficult task.
If we can stop him, I don't know if that will fix it. We've already
cut off their
discovered.
head.
Well, we've already discovered that if a devil dies, their contracts automatically forfeit to the next person in line.
We won't be killing him. We'll be imprisoning him within the shield. I believe that's one of the benefits of imprisonment versus this is whatever happens to devils when they die.
Does he still get to collect if these poor individuals die, though?
I think it's more on pause. Like you can't collect rent when you're in jail as you go around the. It may be a house rule.
I just want to lore check one thing there, though. Isn't the reason that the contract thing with the wife was different, right? It wasn't necessarily a next up devil. It was their.
Oh, was that just
Is that what we're basing it off of? Is that situation with Black Cloak?
Well,
and
yeah.
his,
Did we ever find out
wife?
what happens, like if someone just straight up like what happened to all of Ragger Dragger's souls when we killed him?
Rager Drager wouldn't have had any souls. He wasn't a devil.
He kept it liquid. He kept his cats and coins.
Yeah.
Yeah, in little bits
Right.
of coin.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
couple
not-
stuffed in the
So
mattress.
do we know then, or do we as players and characters like literally don't know?
I don't know if you've asked that specific question. But why don't you give me
Is there
Give
there
me
a
an-
call a
give me
friend option? Can we call
intelligence
Mahadi?
check?
Call Mahadi? Yeah, I'm sure he wants to hear from us.
What was that, Alex? Roll a what?
Just an intelligence check.
I didn't mean to do that twice.
Pretty good
Well,
though.
It was just, I think you got the poison condition still on, probably.
Yeah.
That's good enough. If you can kill the devil that you made it a deal with, like, and actually kill it, it's possible. It kind of depends on like the nature of the contract that you signed, but more often than not can void the contract.
So what
Alright.
about just like trapping him? What does
So
that
we
mean?
have to trap him and then then find a
Sledgehammer?
way to kill him. If
I believe we would have to trap him and then take him back to hell and find his home in hell and then kill him then if the stories are to be believed.
That may be difficult.
Well,
Yes.
it's easier if he's in the shield.
Gargoth is a big.
Yes, well, trapping him would be step one of several.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Well, when did Gargoth say he was going to plan this attack?
I believe he was going to go initiate this attack early in the morning.
So, in an hour.
Yeah.
So we need
We
to
should go.
get there now. Yeah, we need to.
So I'm picturing it's like midnight. Like
Okay.
you got probably more than an hour, but yeah, in the coming day there is this kind of clock that you're on a little bit.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So we need to get the shield, and then get to where you said that he was going to be releasing everyone, or do we go to him directly before that?
Oh, I don't think Gargoth is going to be leading this charge. In fact, I think that was my role in all of this.
Okay, so what if you
So-
lead them the wrong way and just
You
kind of
can lead them out of danger.
Yeah, just kind of like.
We know the sewers. Can you, instead of going to the Van Thappers, can you take them to the bathhouse?
Well, I think the bathhouse is how we're getting in.
Oh. We'll just lead him around in circles a few times.
No, Nines can probably tell you where to get else from the sewers. Nines and her
Yeah.
crew know that place like the back of their hands.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Oh, or we could just have all of the nobles flush at once. Well,
And
I
that's
was
the way the
that
revolution
was
ends.
sorry. That was my attempt at lightheartedness. But I'm sure there are grates or some other measure of security that we could close. I do seem to remember there being a number of choke points
Mm-hmm.
down there.
Well, let's get the shield first, and then figure out what to do once we have the shield.
Yes, so now we need to get to the sewers. Or at least the sewer house.
Yeah, so sewer keep, and you all would know this. It would be all, common knowledge, kind of. The sewer keep is on the kind of southwesternly side of Baldur's Gate, and it's basically three towers that they still would be. They're kind of magical engineering wonders and that's where Duke Van Thamper originally worked when she was still around. That was her. She was the keeper of the sewers and had a large part in overseeing that whole business of taking the city's waste and magically purifying it so that when it, all the the Dukies of Baldur's Gate, they'd be clean going into the Kayanther, and in some cases turn it into clean drinking water and fuel.
How did she go from that to making deals with the devil?
Hey.
She rose up. She was. She
Look,
took
it's
the
just
job that nobody wanted and elevated that into.
Yeah.
If you were cleaning
Stunning
toilets,
political
would you
career.
not take a deal with the devil to do anything else?
She's the Joe the plumber of Baldur's Gate.
She's just a legitimate business person working in waste management. I don't know what your question is.
Yeah, no ties at all to anything shady.
So, plan is to head there and do as Keen kind of suggested and do a transport into the counting house. Okay. We're gonna kind of fast forward a bit. I'm trying to do kind of two sessions in this one, so we'll just kind of gloss over some of these details. But you make your way to the sewer keep, and you'll approach, and there's a wooden door at the base of one of the towers there, where little speakeasy sliding peephole will slide out as you approach, and you'll provide the letter that Keen gives you. And door will open up, and a portly female figure in overalls, waders, and goggles will open up the door, and there'll be this like really strong, overpowering stench, almost like being in the pesticide section of the hardware store. Just kind of weird odors coming from within. But nonetheless, you are led down some steps down into a large chamber that holds countless tanks attached to piping that jut out of the walls. And in many of them are kind of disgusting looking water of raw sewage that fills up the containers. And you can kind of see the process happening as it whirls about, kind of turning from this sewage green brown color to magically becoming purified and piping out of the tower. But there are a number of other individuals wearing the same overalls, waders, goggles, and gloves that are maintaining the devices. These are all the Sewer Keepers Guild members, the ones that maintain this place, and they have the ability to cast transport via plants. And one of them will take you outside where there is some vine growth on one of the towers and use that as the foci to transport you into the moneylender's office. So I'm going to pop up a map, and there's a couple of things that are going to happen. If I can find my map that I made. Yes, okay. So there's a mask on the map. The area that you're looking for should be kind of central, just like a wooden room. I'm not sure how big this file is, so hopefully it works out and you're seeing it.
It's trying. I see me.
I was gonna say I see Aplos and me.
Okay, it's working out okay then.
Here you go. Coming in.
Getting there soon.
Hey, I'm here.
You know,
Well,
it's
I'm popping
funny.
those tokens on Neilberg. Good evening. Thanks for stopping by.
Woo. You know, it's funny. It doesn't smell as bad as Avernus, but I still didn't like it.
It's a bit more earthy in tone.
It's,
Earthy.
I still sort of taste it. Like, oh, I think those cookies are coming back again.
So, as a little dizzying as you were whisked away from all that awful smell, you are all kind of stepping out of this magical portal right from the rubber tree that is prominently displayed in the one corner of this office. And it is a lavish office, and you can see that the walls are wood paneled and adorned with portraits of the members of the Council of Four, although there are only 3 there. Notably missing is Duke Van Thamper's portrait. There are furnishings about the room that include a divan, several bookcases, and a liquor cabinet. On one end, kind of right in front of you as you're popping in, is this ornate desk made of a darkened wood, and it is carved with the imagery of a striking woman with long hair and daffodils accenting her profile. Behind several empty bottles on the desk, face down, snoring loudly, is a dwarf. Looking on in amazement of your appearance, in one corner of the room, from a wooden cage hanging from the ceiling near the corner of the room, is an exotic parrot that is opening its mouth as you are popping into the room. And there is a wooden door which leads out of the room to the north. And let's see, I gotta pop 9 fingers off of here.
Only I had that spell slot.
I rolled initiative, and Parrot
No,
wins the
Parrot!
initiative. So the parrot is just like going off as you're kind of all like staring, like maybe if we don't move, it won't say anything. It won't, and no, it starts to squawk. Ah! Spies and thieves! Spies and thieves!
Neither.
Noble.
Spies, thieves,
Evangeline.
where?
I'll just keep you in initiative for like a moment while we resolve what's happening here. Evangeline, what would you like to do?
I was just thinking, what kind of snacks do I have in my bag? I'm gonna totally try to
You got a
bribe that
cracker?
thing. Yeah, I'm seeing. I think I might have some crackers. Let's see. I've got at least a day of rations. Surely we'd put some crackers in that, right? Like I feel like crackers are an essential part of rations. So yeah, I'm gonna go over to it and say, "Birdie, birdie, my cracker, cracker."
All right, give me an animal handling check,
Right.
and it can be an advantage with the use of the food.
All right. I'm not great at animal handling, but hey.
It just it gets quiet as you're offering the little parcel, and it kind of lunges at what you've got in your hand, and you almost like kind of have to whip your hand back to not spill any blood. But that seems to pacify it, at least for a moment. Lorem, what would you like to do?
Uh,
You kind of notice from the sudden, shock of that sound, the dwarf is not. It's not like he's sprung up, but he's doing the kind of mumbling under his breath kind of thing. Maybe he's still groggy and he hasn't lifted his head yet, but he's
I'm
not in
going
that deep
to-
sleep that he was just a moment ago.
I am going to take out my lyre, and I'm going to start playing and use my enthralling performance ability. So if it takes longer than a minute for him to wake
Does
up,
he have
if he
to
does
be-
wake up, he
Oh.
is charmed by me.
It takes a minute for you to perform it.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, so you start strumming on your lyre and getting that
A
moving.
real soft and sweet lullaby-ish tune, just in case he goes back to sleep. But if he doesn't,
All right, Aplos.
Oh. So he's gonna like creak clank creak clank creak clank creak clank over to stand next to the dwarf, and then he realizes that like he's trying to play him to sleep, so he's just gonna hold his hand with a ready to action like right behind the dwarf's head. So if the dwarf head comes up, he's just gonna pong slam it back down, but not unless the dwarf head comes up.
Sounds good. Bryn.
Bryn's immediately gonna go like hug the side of the wall the wall that has the door, and she's just gonna ready Eldritch Blasts, in case anyone comes through.
Okay, anyone comes through this north door, you've got your eyes on it. Okay. Raketh Glitterbeard is gonna have him do like a wisdom check, and he seems to go pretty quick from just mumbling and muttering to loud snooze. So at this point, the parrot is pacified for the moment. So take you out of initiative. What would you like to do now that you're in this room?
Try to find the shield, I guess.
I'm not really sure what to do when I want something from a counting house. I just normally tell them what to get for me.
I don't think it works like that right now, Aptos. You have to look around. Do you see
Oh,
the shield?
some of us have never been in a counting house before. So where are we supposed to go?
Well, there are normally rooms that are secured to hold the coin and other things. So probably out the door, but and he just sort of leans to the side and just makes sure like the shield's not like tucked down under the desk or anything, like, you know. right there.
Make
Just like,
make an investigation check.
just, because I usually keep my shield by my side, but maybe he doesn't. 10.
You just see that it looks like there's nothing underneath the desk. You see he's sleeping, like his head is resting on some parchment. And it looks like mostly whiskey bottles that are lying about.
Do any of you think you could tie him up without waking him up?
Might be able to.
I have rope, 8 different kinds.
Seems excessive, but okay. So I'll try to go away from the birdie and come over and start tying.
Give me a sleight of hand check.
Has it been a minute yet? Nobody's allowed to make any moves until at least a minute.
It's probably been a minute.
Okay. All right. And I'll wait for your song to end.
No, the song ends in the disaster scenario.
Oh, okay. Keeps going. All right. Here's my sleight of hand.
Okay. You seem to, as you're starting to wrap the rope around his chest and everything, you can see. You just notice because you do maybe kind of move his chair just ever so slightly as you're doing so. There's a key that kind of clanks a little bit maybe on the armrest, but you get them all tied up. And
all right. And I'll definitely pick up the key.
So I don't belong to this particular counting house, but normally, if this would be the manager's office, across the way would be their subordinates and such things, and then would be a receiving area on one side or the other, and then the storage area. So we'll probably need to go out, and if we turn and we see the door to the outside, it's usually the other way.
So here's what I'm thinking.
What is your passive perception?
My passive perception is where are the passives on?
I think it's on the main page.
It would be 10 plus
senses.
your whatever your perception is.
Main to the
page.
upper left from the saves. Just to the left of the saves, it says perk.
Yeah.
Oh, that's it. 12.
Yeah, I think within 12 you might notice one of the bottles that is sitting on his desk is a bottle of Gold Shoulder mead.
Huh.
But it's
It has
standing
good
upright
taste.
and it is full.
Full. Heresy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I'm just going to keep playing. And in the event that he wakes up, I'm going to invoke that enthralling performance and he'll have to make a wisdom saving throw. But until then, I'm just tenderly plucking away at my lyre.
Do we see anything in the room that is there a keyhole in the desk or anything?
Make an investigation check.
All right.
You checking out the desk and moving some of the things around. As you move that bottle of that mead, you recognize that underneath it there is a keyhole.
Oh. I hold it up. And then I'm going to put the key in the keyhole.
All right. Using that, a wood panel on the back of the right behind Glitterbeard slides down, revealing a passageway and a stairway that leads down. But it does make some noise, so we'll see if he wakes up. And he does. He is startled awake as he's kind of, oh, what the hell's going on around here?
Shh.
He has to make a wisdom saving throw. DC is.
I don't know. I think he'd have to be awake for a minute, so, presumably he'll be protesting a bit. He's not going anywhere because he's bound up. But then after a minute, I think I have to be awake.
We'll let him squirm for a minute. Hopefully he doesn't. Hopefully he's not a caster.
Master Glitterbeard, shush.
There are spies and thieves about.
Yes.
And he will fail. But there is some protesting that happens as he's, maybe he gets a whack or two from Aplos, but he's still, there's a good minute or so
Nobody hit him, because if he's charmed and you hit him, he's no longer charmed.
No, I was trying to cover his mouth. He licked my palm.
Yeah.
Who does that?
So after a minute, he goes kind of passive and just staring at you.
Okay. I'm going to, while as a consequence of enthralling performance, once he's charmed, I can cast command as a bonus action. And so I'm going to command him to just go back to sleep. This is all a dream.
He closes his eyes and he kind of makes that like the fake like snore kind of thing for a little bit as he's like trying to will himself to sleep, but eventually he genuinely goes back to sleep.
That was very good, Mr. Laurel.
He's charmed by me for an hour, so I could just chill here, and every time he wakes up, I can make him go back to sleep.
All right.
So Apollos takes a few moments. Now that he's unpacked his rope, he repacks his pack, and then he takes out his 2 5-foot poles and assembles his 10-foot pole, and then starts testing down the stairway because he learned his dang lesson.
Yes. So tapping as you do. You don't seem to come up on anything that activates, but it leads you down short distance, maybe 10 feet down, and at the base of the stairs there is a wooden door, rather plain looking. Handle, keyhole, iron bound.
I found a door with a keyhole. I don't have a key.
Well, I have a key, so I can try it.
That seems reasonable.
All right.
Your key, the one that you got off of his belt, does not seem to fit this lock.
All right. I will try to check to make sure it's not like trapped in any way, and then B, pick it.
Okay. First give me a perception check.
All right.
You don't see anything that makes you think it is trapped.
All right. And then what do I need to give you for the
For your thieves tools, I think for you hit
It's dexterity plus either proficiency or...
You don't have a good one to click to do it, so just roll a d20.
Okay.
So
Hey.
that will end up being for you plus 12 to that, so that's a 31. So you pick that lock very easy, a matter of seconds, and you're done with it. And the door is open, or is able to be opened.
Apollos is like, oh, why do you even bother with keys?
Well, I mean, if you have the key, you might as well use it. You might break a
I think-
lock.
I think it takes me longer to get my key off my ring than it took you to do that. Yes. I will open the door.
The door swings open. Does anybody not have... it would be dark down here. Inside this main chamber. You're going to have low light in the stairwell, but in the main chamber, just realize that. But I think Aplos and Evangeline, I think you both have... I don't know about Evangeline. Do you have dark vision?
I don't have. No,
Don't have
I
it, okay.
don't. I don't have dark vision.
This is what Aplos will see when you open up the door. This is a rather large kind of hall. Pillars on either side of the hall reach up and support the ceiling is maybe 15 feet high. Just really kind of empty, wide open empty space, but dead center in the chamber is a statue of a woman in robes, kind of that same dandelion, kind of like a dandelion wreath around her neck, long hair, and she is holding, the statue is holding the shield.
Oh, excellent. Mr. Lorum, I see the shield down here in a not at all suspicious statue's hand. Nope.
Right. Quietly, like kind of loud whispering.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
Sorry. I only learned how to whisper for theater purposes, so I project. But still, it's an empty room with a statue holding the shield. My pole isn't long enough. He's like waving the 10-foot pole. It's just not.
Maybe you could lasso it.
Yes.
You do have
So,
lots of rope.
Oh, actually, what I'll do is I'll just I'm gonna continue playing my lyre and like kind of walk sideways down the stairs. I'm not gonna stop playing, but I want to approach the opening of that into this chamber, and I want to edge because I do have dark vision. I want to edge in as close as I can, and I want to attempt to then, while I'm still playing, cast mage. I don't know if I can keep concentration up in mage hand at the same time.
There's no way Mage Hand is going to help you with the shield. It's
No.
just too heavy.
It's the statue's in the center of the room, you said?
Yeah. I'll put a... Do I have a good token?
So Lorum, as you're coming down, you see Aplos like super crouched low, like he's got one leg stretched way out in front of him, and the other leg he's like sitting on his heel, and he's just like inching forward, like a little inch at a time, tapping with his staff with his 10-foot pole as he gets closer.
I'll do that with mage hand. Like I'll just like poke a tile.
Oh, yes.
And then poke the next one, and then poke the next one.
And he's just like working his way. Like he's like, I don't have good experience with statues, really.
You all want to move your tokens where your characters are.
Yeah, he's
Yes.
probably at about here.
I'm like halfway in the door.
I kind of backed up when this was happening because I can't see what's going on anyways. So.
Okay. So, Aplos, as you are moving further in, at some point there's a portcullis that drops down over the entryway.
Oh,
Lorem, you said you're standing in
I'm
that
I'm in
doorway?
the door, so I have to make a decision.
Give me a yes. You do have to make a decision, but first a dexterity saving throw to see if you can make that decision.
To see if I make the decision or the decision is made for me. Oh.
Okay. So, you're not really on either side of that decision. You're like right in the middle as it kind of pins you.
I have a new
knocked
piercing.
Prone, and you'll take
The sound of lyre strings breaking.
19
lot.
points of piercing damage.
Oof.
Oh, gracious.
Oof.
And so you're prone, and this thing is like on top of you. That will have to be lifted in order for you to manage to be able to escape.
Do I maintain concentration?
Make. What were you concentrating on? It was
Command.
on command. Okay.
Yeah.
Make a con check, con save, and you're within
I'm good.
Atlas.
I'm good with those.
Yeah.
Yeah, you maintain. As that happens, the statue animates and starts to move, and it swings the shield instead of holding it. Actually, kind of manages to get it to hold it proper and use it as a shield. And we will roll initiative.
Oh, it's so big.
It's big. Evangeline, it is your turn.
Okay. So, question, can Aplos hear me from where he is? Like, is he within?
Yep. This is these are iron barred
Okay.
kind of portcullis kind of thing dropped down.
Okay, so it's not actually solid. Okay, so I'm going to attempt to pull it off of Lorem, first of all.
Thank you.
All right.
Welcome.
Give me a strength athletics.
Okay, let me see if I'm X and strength. Yeah. All right. Not great at these. Sorry. I'm
Not
trying
quite
real hard.
enough. It's very heavy, and it's caught some
I think
extra
I'm gonna
weight
need
at
some
the
help,
bottom of
Brent.
it.
Oh.
Oh, he could have lifted up and he'd take me an inch too.
oh, gracious me, Miss Bren. And then I'm gonna say to Atlas.
I'm just like, scream quieter.
Atlas.
Yes.
Just, try to get the shield. I think if you get the shield, he'll drop. That's your help.
It's actually really hard to take a shield off of someone. They strap.
But the shield, I don't know. I'm trying to get this thing. I can't hold it much.
Okay.
Bryn, it is your turn.
Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna be any help with that. Looks real heavy.
Together, Bryn. Together. Left.
Okay, fine. I will help. I will help Evangeline try to lift this portcullis off of him.
All right.
Evangeline's lifting, and Bryn's pushing me down off of it.
So, Evangeline, you'll have an advantage on the next time you do that check.
Okay.
Lorem.
I'm a little indisposed. I'm just gonna try and maintain concentration because I can't. I don't think I'm strong enough to lift this thing off of me by myself.
Well, and just remember, like, you're sprawled out. Like, I'm thinking your front end is in the room. So even though you're prone and in some pain,
see,
you know,
I was
you could-
picturing it
you
like
could-
I was
you're not
halfway in the door,
Like
so that
this?
like I went down long ways with it.
Oh no! I think like you could do something. It'd be awkward maybe using like a ranged weapon or casting a spell, but doable.
I can't do much because I got to maintain concentration on the command. So I guess I'll just insult the statue. Nope.
It doesn't seem bothered.
I'm not on my A game right now.
Maybe the viscous mockery would.
Worth a try. Stone Golem will move ahead and get up to where Apollos is at, and it will make 2 slam attacks.
Oh no!
It's kind of trying to hit you with like the shield, basically shield bashing you. First one is a miss, and the second one is a 28 to hit.
28 will do.
21 points of damage.
Ow!
Oh, I don't like the action economy here.
Ow. A quick clarification. Have we had a long rest?
No.
You had a
What?
short rest.
I mean, a short rest. Okay. I just wanted to double check for reasons. Well, yes. Looking at this thing, there's not normally a way that I know of to disarm a person of a shield. Does it look like there's any reasonable way to do that as a military person, martial person?
Probably not on this opponent.
Okay.
You know, there's not even any like fleshy bits to kind of.
Got it. Yep. Yes. So we will attack. And we'll use our fancy new short sword. Because I think this might require magic. And we'll do 1 attack.
That'll hit.
And that will hit. We will do magic damage.
And it works and slices into
Yay.
the outer core of the golem.
And we will do our second attack. And we will miss very much. And as we're doing this, we'll sort of be dancing around over to this side, like, don't look at my friends who are prone and on the ground and prone to squishing. Yes. And free action to light a torch lantern thing. Are torches actions or free actions to light? Does anybody remember?
I'll say in this case, yes.
Okay, so unveil the lantern and drop it so that we have some light in the room.
Also, Apple, since you have help,
How about?
since you
Oh,
have
yeah.
advantage,
Did you
help,
take
so one of
advantage?
those attacks would have been with advantage.
Yeah,
Oh.
I have help. Yeah, you have help. Sorry.
I missed hearing that somehow. Oh no,
It
you
was
did tell me.
my help. Yeah, my help was telling you to try to get the shield.
Oh
Not
yes.
So,
for help.
so it'd be on the first one which you hit, but throw in another d20, you could crit.
I will do so. I did not.
Okay. All right. Evangeline, it is your turn.
All right, I am going to try to lift this thing off. Now.
Ooh.
So I'm gonna
We
try to
gotta-
lift it off Laurel.
We got a woo. Winston just gifted Neilmerg a sub.
Hey.
You have the double excitement of he's a Patreon and a subscriber. So thank you.
Hey.
Nice.
All right, and now I have advantage since Bryn is helping me. Gonna try that again.
All right.
Oh my
trying to-
gosh.
Ooh. We've got the two, probably the worst team probably on the game here.
Well, I also have a -1 to my strength score.
Guess who also has a -1?
If only we could just like be really persuasive and or if I could do this as a performance, if I could somehow like make this.
I just need someone to talk me through my problems right now.
Yeah, I could be that person for you. But not this person. And so I'm gonna tell Aplos again, be like, Aplos, you're doing great. Just keep at it. And there's your help.
Yes.
All right. Help action to Aplos. And then we turn to Bryn.
All right. So support call it. So can I fire my Eldritch Blasts through the gaps?
Yeah, you can. I'm going to say it's a little awkward to do so, and so the attack would be at disadvantage, but you can see through it.
Oh, okay. It's at disadvantage. Doesn't have like cover or anything.
Not cover.
All right. Well, disadvantage. Here we go.
You gotta like Luke Skywalker this. And I think with a 20, you do.
Nice.
Okay.
7 points of damage. Pushing it would knock it into Aplos.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to do that.
Got it.
Second one. No.
That
that's
one
for-
doesn't.
Yeah.
So 2 blasts. One kind of hits the portcullis and just kind of dissipates, and then the other makes it through and hits your target.
Keep it up, Aplos.
Oh yes. This seems manageable.
Next up, we have Laurel.
I'm maintaining concentration, and I am going to try and insult the statue again. Nope.
Go ahead and make an intelligence check.
I figured insulting a statue isn't going to do anything.
Yeah, you get this. Even if he fails his saving throw, it's not going to do anything.
Yeah. So, I'm just chilling. I'm just chilling.
Sounds
If only I
good.
had a 4th level spell slot, I would be out of here by now. But
I'm
now,
trying. I'm trying. Like lift her like this.
Fortunately for everyone at the gate, Aplos's gambit is working. The thing turns around and has Aplos in its sight and takes a couple of swings. By the way, y'all have inspiration because Jakers McBob just redeemed a Soch.
hey,
Yay! Thank you, Jakers.
And we celebrate as the slam attack 27 to hit.
No.
That's a lot of numbers.
That's a lot of damage.
No.
Ow.
The second attack is a 22.
No.
Oh, that's also gonna hurt.
And will bam 20 points of damage.
Oh, dear Aplos.
Ow!
Aplos, it is your turn.
That hurt. We're gonna.
hey, chat. Do you want to
We're
give
gonna.
us anything else?
I don't know, they're talking about wandering monsters. You might want to hold.
God.
Yeah. We're gonna take the dodge action.
Smart.
Yeah. That's it for now. We'll turtle up a little bit. Let's see if that maybe gets me through a round.
I'm thinking, I wonder who, Jakers McBob, who do you want that healing potion? Whose pocket is that going to end up in?
Who's head dropping?
Let us know. Evangeline, it is your turn.
All right. I am going to use my inspiration, and I am going to try real hard to pull this thing up. We'll see.
All right.
Oh.
Oh
Gosh. Can you give me like some bardic inspiration for this?
I'm all out. Attacked it, trying to save 9s.
Damn it! Damn 9!
Anything else, Evangeline?
Yeah.
Whoa, thanks for
Again,
the
I'll
gems, man!
just give some help over to Aplos to try to keep him alive. Remember, it also helps with saves.
All right. Little help there for Aplos. And thank you, chat, for the cheer. Appreciate that. Moving to Bryn.
Okay. Let's see. Brent's gonna cast Flame Strike again. It's the spell of the day. On
Like
our
that one.
friend. So that's a Dex DC save.
All right. has advantage on saving throws against spells, so let's see. But his
Of
dex,
course it does.
dex is not his best. I rolled double ones. I rolled a 0.
All right.
So a -1 on that roll.
All the damage. What's all that damage?
Bam!
36
Oh.
points. Woof. As all this energy, fire, and radiant is glossing over it, just kind of melting the stonework. And Applos, you're face to face with kind of this misshapen stone statue that is pummeling you with the shield. Anything else, Bryn?
No, I think we're good. Well, you're already getting advantage, right, Evangeline, on your.
Well, I did that one time, but then I realized I have a crowbar, so that grants advantage. So I'm definitely going to use my crowbar next time, so I have advantage.
Yeah, I'm good.
I don't know
I'm
if crowbar might not be the right tool
Aw.
for this situation, though, because you're not really like. You're trying to get like.
I'm trying to get like some leverage.
hefty leverage,
to get it up.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to get like a little up.
You're gonna
so
like
that I
stick
can, like,
the
go up.
crowbar on like Lorum's head and like use that as
I'm
your
gonna put it.
fulcrum.
I'm gonna put it like on the ground next to him and like try to get it to like like real fast up, so then I can then do it. Like, have you ever had to get nails out of like if you're removing carpet and you just like slam it real hard so that it pops? That's kind of the action I'm going for.
Otherwise,
I don't know if it's
I'd
enough.
It might take my kidney with it though, so
oof.
I'll be real careful.
Otherwise, I'll have Imsum help out.
Okay.
You know, how helpful a tiny feat is going to be. But...
It's anyone is.
just
can
picture him
whisper,
grabbing the
like-
bar, fluttering with his tiny wings, like.
No, it's like when you go to like certain gyms and they got like this heavy metal music like pounding in the background to keep you pumped up. Like he's like right there like doing that, giving you some Rammstein lyrics.
But quietly,
Me.
because we don't
Yeah.
want to wake him up.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
I
you
guess
willed him to sleep though, right? Like he.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not like it's a magical sleep. I just told him to fall asleep.
He's pretty drunk. I think we're good.
So that was Bryn. Lorum, it is your turn. Now, Lorum, there is nothing that says that you couldn't yourself, try to push up and.
I will
Lift
go
yourself up
ahead
if
and
you wanted.
attempt this. So that would be a strength check.
Yeah, strength athletics.
I'm real good at that, y'all. Why isn't it doing it? Do the thing, please.
And
Hey!
Oh!
you get it up. You're prone. You can use half your movement to stand up if you would wish, or just roll over and get to one side or the other.
I will roll over into the fray. Actually, can I stay there and hold it so that Bryn can also duck underneath it?
Yeah, you could use half your movement, stand up, and maintain that. But you take
Yeah, I'll
both your
just like
hands to do so.
put it right on my shoulder, just kind of shoulder it so that I can let everybody kind of run through it.
Sounds good. Stone Golem is swinging away at Applos. Disadvantage. First attack is a miss. Second attack is a 28.
No.
All ones. All ones.
And
No.
Applos goes down. And a healing potion that Applos forgot about that was in his pocket is lying next to him. Spills out of his pack. Let's see. And Winston redeemed a word inspiration to Evangeline.
Oh, I was gonna say, if it's a wandering monster, I'm gonna have to divorce him. All right. So
Whoa. Escalated.
I will throw my inspiration at this saving throw that I have.
Give it the check off
So-
the main page.
Death saving throw button. That's at least a pass.
It's a pass.
All right.
And we move back to the top with Evangeline.
All right, so I'm seeing how far away I am from Aplos. I don't think I can get to him. Well, if I dash, I think I can get to him, maybe.
You can get to him.
Yeah, I can get to him. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna get over to him. Woof. I'm gonna get over to him and grab that healing potion. But I can't since I dashed over there. I have to wait till the next turn to give it to. Or did I have to dash?
I don't think you
No,
have to
you're within
dash.
5 squares.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll give him the healing potion then.
Just realize the pattern on the floor here, those tiles, the squares that you're seeing are not 5 foot necessarily.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking that they were
Like
the
four
little- okay.
squares are 1 5-foot section.
Gotcha. Okay. So yeah, I'll just go over there then and get the healing potion and pour it down his throat.
Sounds good. Go ahead, Evangeline, and roll 2d4.
All right.
So 4.
Hey.
So 8 points back to Aplos.
Gets me to 60. Ow!
Oh,
Oh.
Aplos.
Oh, this is just like old times. There's bits of the fight I can't remember anymore.
Okay. Yes.
And any
Do you
bonus
smell
action
cookies?
goodness, Evangeline?
What? Oh yeah, I'll give him. I'll try to help him out a little too, and
All
say
right.
next time, dear, just try to stay up.
Yes. Stick and move.
Bryn, it is your turn.
Great. Let's see. Let's move. 5. 10. Can I get over here?
Yep.
I think. And then I'm gonna Eldritch Blast. If I do hit, my intention is to push the statue away from Aplos.
Sounds good.
Um, that's
First one, he just kind of pulls up the shield of
Do you
Gargoth
still
and
have,
ricochets off.
the inspiration?
Oh, I do. I'll burn it.
Used it on the. You can use it on your next attack.
Okay, so I have advantage.
Yeah. That one's a hit.
Hey.
A solid 6 points of damage.
But there's 2 opportunity attacks now, right?
That's forced
It's
movement.
force movement.
Oh, no, I can't do it. Oh.
That's my turn.
All right, Lorem, it is your turn.
All right, I am going to dip to the side here and let that portcullis. I'm gonna lower the portcullis gently, so
Sounds
it doesn't
good.
clang, because the sound of it falling before was muffled by my body. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm running out of stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and cast Fairy Fire.
And it, even with advantage, it fails and it is lit up. What color does he emanate?
I would say a purple, something that's not going to be too bright or visible from down the hallway, but is still people can still see. And then there's the. Did it tag the effect too? There it goes.
All right. So we've got kind of the underground rave thing going on as the stone golem. Is going to make its way towards Lorem.
Oh, great.
Aplos, you're still on the ground, right?
I am still prone.
Knocked prone. Moves over to Lorem. Makes a slam attack. 15.
Oh, 15 hits?
Yeah, remember when I said that I only have leather?
Oof.
I
Oofa doofa.
I still have the spell up though.
Not if you cast Fairy Fire.
Well, yeah, no, that's what I meant, fairy fire.
Oh,
Like as long as
okay.
we are now quiet,
Gotcha.
still
He
won't wake
hits
up.
a second time.
Ooh,
You still maintain concentration.
ooh,
Aplos,
ooh.
it
I'm
is your
almost
turn.
dead.
Yes. So Apollos will scramble to his feet, pick up his short sword, rush over, feel a little silly about this, and begin attacking the giant statue with his short sword. And he'll miss, and he'll hit, and he'll do 10. And then he'll move over to Lorem and just like look at him and go, yeah.
It's a mutual understanding now.
Just like- yeah, that's it.
Yes, Winston. Thanks. Dungeon Draft has been a lifesaver these past couple of months. I'm glad you guys recommended it. Great program. Evangeline, it is your turn.
All right. Well, I see this and think this is not going well for us, but I am going to. All right, I'm going to drop down and try to sneak attack, stab him in the back with my dagger, my new special dagger.
Sounds good. And Lorem, just so you know, chat just bought you a healing potion.
Hey.
Hey.
Thanks, Ben.
All right, so and then a special dagger, and it should have advantage because he's still let up, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, it should automatically do that for
Okay.
you. If
All right, I pushed the button, so let me unclick it just so that I don't get like a million rolls. All right. Yeah, I did.
18 will hit. So
Nice.
sneak attack on that.
Yeah. Here we go. And then I will tell Aplos, we've got this, Aplos. And that's my turn. I guess we have advantage, so it doesn't really matter. But all right.
Bryn.
All right. This is taking far too long, and we need this shield before sunup. So, I'm gonna do another flame strike.
Ooh. All right. Advantage, dex save. An 11 will fail.
Take that.
Bam.
Again.
Nice.
It's just like smooth stone at this point from all the energy that is washed over its form.
All right, that's my turn.
Next up, Lorem.
I am going to use the disengage action and fucking fuck it.
Yeah.
Just get the hell out of there.
It's fair.
And as a bonus action, I will cast Healing Word a second level on Aplos.
You really had to
Yes.
think about being altruistic there.
It's like, do I invest in myself or my employees?
I appreciate it.
We get more value out of you swinging than me.
All right. Next up is Stone Golem. And she turns to Evangeline that just dug out a big divot into its back. Gonna make 2 slam attacks. First one is a 20.
All right. I guess it's too late. I think I have to do it before you I know if it hits or not, but I have something that lets me like
What's the thing?
the unsettling visage or something. Hold on.
Ooh, scary face.
Yeah, I can do scary face, and it makes disadvantage. But I have to use this feature before knowing if it hits or misses. So we'll do it for this next one, I guess.
Okay, so using this for the next one.
Yeah.
Sounds good. So the first hit, don't forget, I don't know, you've got your uncanny dodge.
I do have that, yes. So let me do that for that one.
But I think you'd have, do you want to use unsettling visage or uncanny dodge? It'll be
I only do one of them because it's a reaction,
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, let's do the uncanny dodge this time.
Okay.
I know this one hits. So
So the damage, total damage is 19. Using your uncanny dodge.
No,
What's that?
Winston, what have you done?
A wandering
no.
monster.
He doesn't have enough. He doesn't have enough.
He doesn't have enough. No,
Oh,
good. Donate
He's
to
just
him,
trolling
though.
you guys. So 9 points to Evangeline. I'll update that on your wounds there.
Oh.
So then second attack is a 12, which misses. So made the right choice on where to use the reaction.
Yeah. All right.
Aplos, it is your turn.
Aplos is swinging with that short sword. Come on, short sword. 24 will hit.
Yep.
I'll swing again.
And there's a
Crit.
crit.
Man, I really wish I had any smites left, but we'll take the damage we get.
Oh no.
So just slash. And he'll
Bruno has killed us all.
what now?
God.
Bruno gave up the difference.
Oh no.
I see him over there like laughing.
Better end this fight quick.
It's Evangeline's turn as fast as possible.
All right, yeah, go
Stab, stab, stab,
stab,
stab.
stab.
Evangeline, it is your turn.
Yeah. So I am going to sneak attack and stab him with my dagger again.
25 will hit.
Nice. Nice.
All right. Still up.
Oh my gosh. Can I like, kick him a little bit?
Bonus action, stab him with the dagger in your other hand?
I don't know if I guess I can. Can I bonus action stab again?
Yeah, you should as part of your basic attack. If you
Yeah.
wait, do you need the dual wielding feat?
No.
You just
No, I
don't
think
get
I
the
just-
damage.
Bonus action.
Yeah, and I don't need my bonus action because we have your fairy light. So yeah, I'm gonna bonus action stab him again. So other dagger though, not my special magical dagger.
No, you have
But-
2 special magical daggers.
Oh, do I have 2? Oh!
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I see them both on the thing. Okay, yeah, okay. So I'll do that again.
It's a hit.
All right. And I don't know if sneak attack's still on.
No. It
Okay.
actually.
But would it
it'll
be on?
just be.
You only get 4 out of the 9.
Okay.
Although you get the +1.
Oh, yeah.
off of it,
Yeah.
So it'll be 5. So I'll just.
So
yeah.
5.
I'll correct it.
Okay.
Come on,
All right.
Bryn.
Bryn, it is your turn.
All right, I have advantage on these attacks.
Yeah.
Yes.
Disco balling.
Fairy
Yep.
fire.
Fairy fire's the best.
Oh.
Hey.
It's a hit. It's 10.
Oh, second one.
Oh, come on.
No.
Ah!
Come on.
Let's go. Let's go.
Next up is Lorem.
Mr. Lorem, please.
I am going to. I'll have a psychic damage.
Do you have a dagger you can throw or something?
I'm going to attempt to throw my dagger at it.
It's a hit.
It's a hit.
Alright. Woo! It's not magical!
It's gonna hurt.
It'll do. Oh
0 points of damage.
no, it'll do a point. It should do a point.
Okay. Okay.
Or no. I guess it is immune. Sorry, it is immune.
Adamantine or magical, I think.
Yep.
Ah!
I'm like, I'll save you! And I just throw it and just go,
Bong.
oh.
All right. Stone Golem.
Oh, it's my turn. Oh, I guess.
Yeah. We'll see. It's gonna take a swing at. It's gonna keep going at Evangeline.
All right, this time I am gonna use the unsettling.
Disadvantage.
Yeah.
What do you look like as you turn and use this ability?
Oh, so I'm going to try to confuse it by looking just kind of like it does, like another stone golem. Like
Mini-me. 18 will
it
hit.
still hits. Apparently it was just unfazed by that.
17 points.
Ow!
And second attack is a 26.
That hits.
Hits you a second time with the shield for 16 points.
Oof.
Aplos, it is your turn.
Swinging away. That'll hit.
24 hits.
We'll do a little damage. Swing again. Why are you still standing?
And how would you like to finish it?
Oh my gosh!
So like I think he's been whittling away this whole time on like one leg, like,
Yeah.
and finally like the last chunk comes off and the, and he's like,
No, he did it!
and he grabs the shield and he's like, yoink! Hey!
Oh my gosh.
Oh, hey!
All right.
It's not over, folks.
It's not over because here's what's going to happen with this redeemed wandering monster. As the thing falls to the ground, you've got the shield, but an alarm is going off as you have acquired it. And we will pick up the next session with the
Oh my
fallout
gosh.
of this alarm.
At this wandering.
Oh, no.
Aplos is like leaned up against the grate, like, you stupid parrot!
At least we have a shield now.
And I had a shield before.
Not all of us do, Aplos.
Well, I mean, you could have one. They're not actually very expensive.
Maybe we should hop all into the shield and trap ourselves in there. At least we won't be dead.
I don't think it works that way.
The best part is, yeah, there's an alarm going off, but we're in jail already.
Prying up the portcullis again.
Oh.
At least we have you to do it now, Aplos.
Oh, yes, because I'm feeling so well right now.
I was gonna just like have us fast track like your escape from the counting house as a way to move us forward, but I can't
Not
deny
anymore!
the chat. I can't deny the chat. They're wandering monsters.
Wandering monster.
So that gives you incentive. If you want to see what happens, you gotta come check us out next week on Wednesday at 7 p.m. Continue some Descent into Avernus action. And I think we're going to have a guest next week
Oh.
who will be joining us.
Ooh.
Hey.
Blast from the Past, a character. We had BB Beekman show up for a session. We're going to have another character from one of the former original campaigns that we did here on 20 Sides of Story when we were so young. When we were a wee young channel. So that'll be next week. That's all I've got. Thanks, everyone, for coming and hanging out with us and cheering us on.
Thanks, Twitch, for everything but the last one.
Neil Merg, any spots open for tomorrow?
Yeah, they take away, you know.
Yes, we have spots open for tomorrow night's community campaign game, and actually I was almost thinking about canceling it because I didn't have enough people. So get in there and sign up, and we'll make that happen yet. Thanks everyone. We're going to sign off here. Actually, I just want to see, do we have any friends still streaming? We haven't done a raid. We haven't dropped in on anyone in a while, so maybe we should see. Yeah. Looks like Praetor's Rejects is streaming. Let's go, and I haven't stopped in and checked in with Duff for a while, so let's raid them.
Yay, Duff.
All right, thanks everybody. We'll see you all soon.